Hi, Little Bob here to let you know that my Bobapedic mattresses offer the comfort and quality of a national mattress brand for half the price. No matter your budget, there's a Bobapedic Memory Foam Hybrid or Hybrid Plus mattress for you. But don't take it from me. Check them out at mybobs.com. Hi, Little Bob here to let you know that my Bobapedic mattresses offer the comfort and quality of a national mattress brand for half the price. No matter your budget, there's a Bobapedic Memory Foam Hybrid or Hybrid Plus mattress for you. But don't take it from me. Check them out at mybobs.com.
A profile in the lack of courage. Lack of courage throughout the political establishment. In fact, it's much worse than that. The Republican Party is running stage left. They've retreated. They don't exist anymore. But yesterday, Kevin McCarthy, the minority leader of the House of Representatives, someone who's not exactly the sharpest knife in the drawer, somebody who said when Congress was investigating the Benghazi scandal that it was doing it, the Republicans were doing it just to damage Hillary Clinton politically. I mean, what could be more stupid than that? He goes down to Florida to visit with President Trump to try to patch things up. The president himself, taking bad advice as usual from the people around him, cozies back up to the Republican Party. The president is scared that he could be convicted in the impeachment trial in the Senate. He's scared of possibly being indicted by Obama Justice Department on trumped-up charges, pun intended, or by an evil district attorney in New York City by the name of Cyrus Vance, the son of Cyrus Vance, the Secretary of State under the failed Jimmy Carter administration. The president has retreated as well. He's gone into a hole. I call him the president because I don't recognize Joe Biden as our president. He was elected through fraud. I'll say it straight up. No one will say it anymore, not even anyone in the so-called Republican Party. And that gives us a good lesson because the American people, it's now clear, we have to do it for ourselves. President Trump has been neutered. He's been rendered impotent in many ways. He may rise up later in some form. Maybe he'll become a TV commentator or own a station. But the Republicans will never let him run for president again. Already they're sharpening their talents. This was just a fake by the Republican Party to try to keep him under control, because the people that do want to run for the presidency, Rand Paul, Ted Cruz, Marco Rubio, they think it's their turn. And perhaps Nikki Haley from South Carolina, clearly she'll try to do that. But as long as we have an electoral system the way we have it, with the massive fraud that we saw that occurred during the last elections with these paper ballots, and in states like California, New York, and others, illegal aliens can get driver's licenses and that qualifies them to vote. And you can vote 2 or 3 times. You get a paper ballot, you can walk into a polling place and vote that way, and then they'll even give you another paper ballot, even if you use a machine. The system is so corrupt that the American people, conservatives, libertarians, people of faith, those who believe in the vision and conception of our founding fathers, will never again, under this system, see anyone that truly represents their interests. And frankly, I don't think we've had anybody since Ronald Reagan that truly represents our interests. President Trump did a lot of great things, but he also took some really bad advice. And one of his weaknesses was to listen to Washington lobbyists, establishment hacks, people like Matt Schlapp of American Conservative Union, others from the Federalist Society, appointed terrible judges. I mean, they're absolutely terrible. They're not what they were cracked up to be. He listened to Mitch McConnell, and he always listened to people who, frankly, did not have his best interests at heart, nor the best interests of the American people. In Washington, D.C., it's every man for himself. As Rodney Dangerfield said in the movie Back to School, look out for number one and don't step in number 2. They're all looking out for number 1. And that's where the country is today. No one will say it like it is. I'll say it like it is. My clients will say it like it is, like Joe Arpaio, Sheriff Arpaio, like Chief Justice Roy Moore, like Laura Loomer, like others. But the American people are just being dragged along. And that's why I wrote the book, It Takes a Revolution, Forget the Scandal Industry. We have to recognize what really went on 3 weeks ago Wednesday at the Capitol. That was the point that the American people had reached the boiling point. They saw the total corruption in all three branches of government. They saw that the federal judiciary in particular was corrupt, that it wouldn't even step up to the plate and adjudicate issues dealing with voter fraud. They want to be part of the crowd. These people are fat, they're happy, they're making money, they have lifetime tenure, these judges. They can't be fired. We've only impeached 8 of them in 244 years. And frankly, the country is not just going down the drain. This country, as it was envisioned by our founding fathers, no longer exists. You've got every aspect of society, some ultra-leftists like the big tech, who obviously are happy to throw their lot with Biden and Harris and the radical leftists. And you have others that go along just because that's the way they're going to make money, so they can get their backs scratched, so they can have perks pumped into their businesses, into sports leagues, into universities. There's very little, if any, morality or ethics anymore. And there's very little concept of what this country is about and trying to save it. And that's why I wrote the book. It Takes a Revolution. It's different than books that have been written by others lately, whether it's Sean Hannity, which was just, these are the horror stories. Democrats say we're throwing Granny over the cliff. How many times can you listen to that crap? It's just unbelievable. Fox News is dead. It's over. Books written by my former colleague, Tom Fitton. Basically, this is the horror story that happened in the past. Support Judicial Watch. Well, that's great, okay? But what are we going to do about it? How are we going to bring this country back? How are we going to take it back from the socialists and communists and other radicals that currently have a knife to our throat? We can't even talk on social media. We're banned. This is why what I do in Radio America is so important, because I'm allowed to tell the truth as I see it, and other stations that I'm on. Talk radio is the only way today that you can get to the American people. There's no other way. But I want you to read my book, because I do have a plan. Citizens' grand juries, a third continental Congress. We need to form a new government by and for the people. Let's take it back to Philadelphia, put it in Independence Hall, set up fair elections that aren't fraudulent, elect a president, elect a new Congress, get Supreme Court justices who aren't bought and paid for by special interests, that aren't there for life, that they think that they're there for life. Take away the immunity from federal judges and federal officials so they're not above the law. Make a change to the Constitution such that it's a discriminatory act to discriminate against somebody on the basis of their political ideology or beliefs. We need to do the same thing that Charles de Gaulle did during World War II when he took the French government to London, England, when the Nazis occupied France and called it Vichy France, V-I-C-H-Y. This is what we need to do. This government is totally and irreparably broken. It is corrupt to the core. It's filled with people like Nancy Pelosi and Kevin McCarthy who have no principles at all, none, who go on TV when there's a crisis smiling because they're happy they're on TV, that they can then raise money so they can be reelected yet again and stuff more money into their pockets from lobbyists and others. It's Sodom and Gomorrah all over again. And that's why God, frankly, is teaching us a lesson right now, I believe. COVID-19 is a wake-up call. These clowns can't even do something about communist China that clearly attacked us with a bio weapon, emptying out our treasury. And we have to pay for it. And it has to be Freedom Watch that brings a lawsuit in Dallas, Texas, and Jerusalem, Israel, class actions, to have the Chinese pay. You have no government. Do you hear that? You have no government. In fact, it's worse than that. It's working against you. So go out and read my book. Read my lips. It Takes a Revolution. You can get it at Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, major booksellers all over the place. You can get it at freedomwatchusa.org. Sign up for our Justice League. Get up off the couch, turn Sean Hannity off, and get to work. That's what we need to do. And if we don't get to work now, in a matter of months, we're no longer going to have a country. I'm talking about months, not years. That's my message for today. Listen to my weekly radio show. I'm going to expound on these things. I'm going to keep saying it over and over and over again until it sinks in. God bless you. God bless your family. But now it's time for you to rise up, the American people, and show this country that you love this country and are willing to preserve this country And 3 weeks ago, Wednesday, we saw the first manifestations of what could turn into a bloody revolution because the American people have had it. They're fed up. We want to avoid that. We want to use peaceful and legal means to take our country back, and we must do it in mass. So God bless you. God bless your family. Thank you for listening to me. I'll be back Monday with another special podcast.
Hi, Little Bob here to let you know that my Bobapedic mattresses offer the comfort and quality of a national mattress brand for half the price. No matter your budget, there's a Bobapedic Memory Foam Hybrid or Hybrid Plus mattress for you. But don't take it from me. Check them out at mybobs.com.
New Extra Charge Hot and Iced Coffee from Dunkin' is made with 20% extra caffeine from green coffee extract, because we could all use a little extra this year. Whether that's an extra boost, some extra boldness, or the drive to go the extra mile, we're extra ready for whatever comes our way and extra excited to take it on. Let's get it done with a medium extra charge coffee from Dunkin' for $2 with 20% more caffeine. And pair it with snackable stuffed bagel minis for an added all-day boost. Order ahead on the Dunkin' app. America runs on Dunkin'. Participation may vary. Limited time offer.
Hi, Little Bob here to let you know that my Bobapedic mattresses offer the comfort and quality of a national mattress brand for half the price. No matter your budget, there's a Bobapedic Memory Foam Hybrid or Hybrid Plus mattress for you. But don't take it from me. Check them out at mybobs.com. mybobs.com.